Welcome to the Get Offset podcast. My name is Emily.
And my name is Andrew. I didn't leave permanently.
He's back.
I'm
back. He
Much
wasn't
to
hanging
your
out.
dismay.
He wasn't hanging out in the bushes behind our practice space.
No.
You didn't watch, did you?
I have not had time this week. I got back from vacation, hit the ground running, and I think this is the first time I've had a moment to sit down literally this entire week for myself. Yeah. You know the reasons why. I'm not ready to talk about reasons why, but yeah.
We'll just tell people, nothing bad, nothing serious, nothing that you have to send good vibes about necessarily.
But yeah, no, it's been a good week. It's just been a very out of the ordinary and not something likely to happen again kind of week.
Yeah.
So,
well, at least nighttime soon.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm back at it, and I'm celebrating a little bit here by cracking open a little something special.
Yeah.
For my Portlanders out there, this is from Crux. The Crux is a brewery down there, and this is from their 2021 Banished series, which I believe has something to do with being banished from the banished due to the pandemic. And this is called The Lost Love, which is a barrel-aged Imperial Rye Stout.
Wow.
This will be my one and only drink for the entire evening, because I like to drink responsibly. This is a heavy hitter at 14.5%, and I will not.
That's about what my wine is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me to go through this very quickly. This will be. I will be sipping on this long after we're done with the show, but I wanted to get a head start on it. Let it start warming up. It gets better as it warms up. I know it's such a snobby thing to say, but it's true.
Yeah.
But anywho, I've been gone, and I haven't had a chance to watch the episode. Catch me up. What have I missed aside from like everything?
You've missed a lot, dude. You like one of my childhood best friends with whom I was in a band in high school came to Seattle. First time I've seen her since my wedding 6 years ago, probably. And it was just so great. It's always awesome when you can like just see that friend you haven't even probably had a phone call with in 3 years, and then just like hit it off and have just the
pick up right where you left off.
It's been so long since I've had like a day out with a girlfriend, you know? Like literally don't remember.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was really great. Like I can think about days where I was like off by myself all day. But nothing. Yeah, that was great. Then we did the episode with the band. That was a lot of fun. Lots of laughs.
I've got it queued up. I am going to watch it.
Well, the big thing about that was I was able to test out just kind of a portable video audio recording rig for Summer NAMM, which is this week actually as this comes out.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's not like you're going anywhere anytime soon. To do any sort of podcast related activities.
Yeah, I'm actually splitting a hotel room with Working Class Music.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we're staying right downtown. I didn't want to fuss with it. They're renting a car. So yeah, staying with Jason, I think, is staying with a buddy. I'm staying with Tia, Xander, and I feel so bad. Nelson. Yeah. I'm gonna learn all his editing tricks. But no, I think I hope that this actually happens. We've been talking about doing a joint episode at the Waffle House.
If there's a way to dial me in, I want to be there virtually so bad. This is like reverse NAMM FOMO, because I was at January Winter NAMM 2020.
Yeah, what bummed me about that is like I almost went, like I had the time off. The flights were affordable. Like I could have gone. It was just like, I'm going to let it be Andrew's thing.
Yep.
You made a weird face when you took that sip, dude.
I didn't even sip. That was just my nose.
Oh yeah? You made a weird face when you took that sniff, dude.
That was a lot. That was a lot on the nose.
Good way?
Oh yeah. There's layers.
I'm
sure.
Meanwhile, I'm drinking a Babe Rosé, which I poured into a glass from a can just to feel a little better about it.
I like your glass.
Thank you. Shout out Lawless Brewing Company in Los Angeles.
Well, this had better be good for the number of calories I'm sure is in this thing. I'm sure this is like 1,000 calories, and I'm not really exaggerating there.
Jeez. Jeez. Yeah. I don't think I'll be working out anytime soon.
I got up this morning at 5:45 in the morning to go work out, and I can't tell if I'm proud of myself or like concerned.
I think you should be proud of yourself. Like that kind of thing. For some people it gets easier. For some people it doesn't. Me, I hurt my knee, so I'm resting it.
Oh, that's right. You said something about a meniscus.
Yeah. I was throwing a left hook, and I hear a big pop, and it's really not abnormal for my knees to pop. But that one kind of made me go woo. But it didn't
Yep.
hurt. It didn't really hurt, so I just finished my workout. And then it was the next day. I'm like, wow, I feel a lot of tightness when I bend my knee. So yeah, got a brace, elevating, icing, resting, doing all the things. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
people are
that's no
so
fun.
squeamish.
Oh, no, this is sympathetic. This is completely sympathetic. I
Okay.
strained, so I didn't tear my meniscus, but I strained it pretty good when I was in high school as part of a multi-issue injury that I had. And I just remember that feeling on the inside of the knee there, just how painful that was. And just like, it was so awkward just to walk.
Yeah.
It's not a fan.
I don't really want to go out in public because like I'm very much gimping around the house.
Sure.
Oh god, who is it from like Young Frankenstein, the guy who's like, hey, this way, walk this way. I feel like
Igor?
that guy. Igor, yeah, I feel a little bit like that. It's great. It's great. That's not even the worst thing that happened to me this week. My dad got bitten by a copperhead on Monday. He's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Man, I was getting all excited because we were going to talk about the guitars falling off the wall. Then you said that, I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for getting excited now.
So dad gets bitten by a snake Monday.
Yeah.
Pop on Tuesday. Start feeling the pain on Wednesday. On Thursday, I wake my ass up early before work. I'm like, oh, the new Fender Paranormal Series dropped. I'm going to do a little video about it. I'm going to put the Paranormal Series guitars I have handy from last year up on the wall behind me.
Yep.
I start the camera. I lean over to pull up a product page so I can do a screen grab of it. And then I hear a and I think you know what happened.
I do. I did watch that the first time. So I watched it the first time and I'm like, oh my God, that was awful. And I closed out of like, that was so bad. And then I saw someone comment about when the other one fell, like, wait a minute, they both fell? So I went back and watched it again. It was like such a delay from like one to the other.
So what happened, I just want to explain this to people because people have been accusing me of awful things. So I want to get some shit out of the way. Firstly, I did not use drywall anchors because I nailed it into a stud. So I don't need to use anchors in a stud.
You nailed it to a stud?
I screwed it in. I pre-drilled. I followed it. Like, I know how to put shit in walls, okay?
I do too, like this. Sorry.
Yes.
That's teenage me.
Yeah, I put everything in studs, including the shelf. Nothing came out of the wall. I need to explain this. Oh, God. I'll be right back. I have to get two props. I have to get two props to explain what happened. Stand by.
We'll be right back with Story Time with Emily Harris, the part of the show where Emily sits down and tells us a crazy story. The suspense.
Okay, so all right, I didn't even get all the way through the thinking music.
Oh,
all right.
Have you been able to hear me this whole time?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, you'll find that later in post.
I use it's not the brand Hercules. It's something else I got because I like the aesthetic of these better. But it's the kind that has a little arm, and the arm is either down or up, and then the weight of the guitar makes the arm lock in. So how it's supposed to work is that if a guitar starts to slip, it doesn't get through the arms. However, this arm on that hanger, which I could tell wasn't quite right, but I thought it would still hold because normally, like, sometimes they come out, you just gotta kind of push them back in. It's just a little, it just kind of goes limp. Yep. So the Supersonic,
they do that when they get
an angle because it was the Fender headstocks. I must not have balanced it perfectly. It seemed okay, but it was
Yep.
just askew enough that it slid, didn't catch, and the shelf for my pedals was hanging on the wall. Oh, let me.
Mm.
This little skinny part is the wall side.
Yep.
And it hits, breaks
Snaps.
off, just snaps the shelf, which I assumed it wasn't great wood. I did not realize that it was built with such like a pressure, like just such an easy break point. But I guess it makes
Is
sense.
it just like glued or something, or
no, I don't think it was glued. But I mean, I guess it
like
must
a
have been
dowel
glued.
in there or something?
No dowel, so it must have been. It doesn't look like glue. I mean, obviously, if it was glued, it broke away from the glue.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I think this was glued. Now that I look at it,
Glued and clamp, maybe.
glued and
Which can be a surprisingly strong joint. At least that's what my
Well,
friends who have Gibsons tell me.
wood glue is stronger than wood, so yeah.
Right.
But it's like you can't. How they say you can't break a bone in the same place twice. I mean, you can still break the same bone twice.
Right.
You just might break it right next to the other. So obviously, I think it goes without saying, I'm going to at least replace that hanger. I've actually, if anybody knows anybody at Hercules, the company that makes the great ones, I would love to do a video with them about how not to do, how to make sure what happened to me doesn't happen to you. But like, so I hear them falling. I see in the corner of my eye the guitar starting to fall. I don't know if you watched in slow motion. As I turn, I catch it with my left hand, my non-dominant hand. I still don't know
It's
how
impressive.
I did that. Yeah, so I caught the guitar.
It's like full
but-
instinct. You see your life flash before your eyes. You start seeing
Yeah.
like 300 frames per second. Snatch.
What's wild is it didn't hurt this headstock. Like, this is the point on the guitar where it hit. It's fine. I do have a boo-boo on the kind of where it dropped and fell on the other guitars.
Oh, that always sucks on like poly finishes where you got that jagged edge now.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care that much. And then I'm not going to take it off, but the Cyclone also, it didn't fall, but it did get hit by the pedals. It actually has more damage, the Cyclone does. I had just moved to actually nice guitars from the wall, so at least it didn't happen to the nice guitars. And a very small, very fixable, just sand it down kind of ding on one of my Jazz Masters. The pedals I've tested, been able to test half of them. They seem fine. The blooper is fine. The Gin Loss is fine. The Fire Fuzz is fine. The harder to replace ones are definitely fine. So please check the mood. God, what the fuck is that thing even called? It's like a parallel mixer type thing, and I need to check.
The Omni one.
It's Klein Bottle.
Oh, I thought you got rid of that one.
Nope.
Oh. I think I was literally thinking to myself like a month or two ago that it's like, oh, you know what? I wish Emily still had that. I'd love to borrow it from her.
You can borrow it and you want to test it, see if it works.
Sure. That sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the Gale and then the Quiet Theory Prelude. Those are the ones I have to test. I'm not worried about the Gale.
Right.
None of them like have anything wiggling around in it, obviously. And part of me is like, if a guitar pedal can't take they all fell maybe 3 feet and then bounced and then fell another 3 feet. And part of me is like, if they can't take that, then they're not good guitar pedals.
Well, I mean, if we're rating the quality of guitar pedals based on how durable they are, how far they can travel. The blooper was more.
The blooper was more. What's the word? Durable than I expected. I expected those Chase Bliss pedals like they're fucked. I was like, wow.
I don't know. I've always felt like those are pretty solid. No, I was gonna mention solid, Grant Wilson posted the video of him just absolutely chucking a Proco Rat.
How far can you throw a Proco Rat? Yeah,
front yard. Like 90 feet or something like that. Like, that's
That man's got an
approaching.
arm. Yeah, I had no idea.
It's like quarterback status. Like I can't throw a
Oh,
ball that far.
no.
I'm impressed. I certainly
Yes.
wouldn't throw. I admit, I know that
So
my.
Grant's throwing combined with my catching, unbeatable, undefeatable. Yeah, he
Uh,
pitches, I catches.
you sound like
More like he's a second baseman, or one of us is second baseman, one of us is catcher, and we're trying to throw people out. If I was the shortstop or second baseman, and he was the catcher, we could get the runner out on first when the first baseman tries to steal. Try it, Billy Hamilton. D. Gordon. Try it.
sounds like you should audition for the Mariners because it sounds like they need the help.
Oh God.
My coworkers went to the Mariners Yankees game the other day, and I haven't been following very closely, but apparently the game was like almost under 2 hours because the Yankees just like they're like, yeah, we've already won every game of the series. They put in all of their backups. The backups were like, we're bored, and gave up on the game pretty much, and basically just took their 3 outs to end their innings and let the Mariners do whatever they wanted when they were at bat. So like the
I mean,
Mariners won, but
that's not ever how baseball works, but okay.
that's the way it was described to me.
I'm sure that's how it felt, but
I'm just grateful. I saw the Mariners earlier this month or end of last month, and they actually won, so that was fun.
I saw them. I've seen them twice this year, and I haven't seen them win. I've seen them blow leads both times.
Oh, no, the game I saw, I went like back and forth, and last couple of innings was tied at 3-3, and the eighth inning, bottom of the eighth, sometime in the eighth inning they scored a fourth point, and then the Twins couldn't.
They scored a fourth run. They're called runs in baseball.
That tells you how much I watch baseball. It's a fun experience to go in person, but
well, it's like in hockey, they're called goals.
I like soccer, so or the real football.
Are they not called goals in soccer?
Points, goals, depends on who you talk to.
I'm not talking to anybody who calls them points.
I'm just saying, I watch enough soccer to know that you don't say 0-0, you say 0-0, which is fun. It's more exciting to say that way.
0-0. 0-0.
Well,
Nice.
anyways, back to talk about gear at some point. I've got a Hercules stand for my bass, or the wall mount, that I got from, I forget what thrift shop, but I got it from the thrift shop for $2.
Yeah, I was playing with some ideas. I might just redo the whole thing. I might put a slat on there, like a big wooden board, and do some more do like try to increase the density a little bit. Like it's an opportunity to adjust it for sure. I like those Hercules sells the guitar hangers, the hanging ones that can kind of go at an angle and they go into slat wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious about that. I'm not sure how well it would hold up over time.
Swing?
No. Hercules brand. I'm sure strings.
Sorry, I'm getting hung up on the details.
Hercules slat wall mount long arm guitar hanger with auto grip system. Yeah. I'm just upset with myself. I shouldn't have. I knew it was. I knew it wasn't working 100%, and you've gone blurry.
I've gone blurry?
Yeah.
We're going to try it again. Here we go.
Oh, man.
We good?
Seems to have worked.
All right.
Yes. Guitars falling. It's raining gets. And the pedals.
Well, I hope you have a great time at Summer NAMM, and I can't wait to hear how it went when you come back.
I'm so sad. My guitars are falling. It's so sad.
Well.
What can you do? guess I'll go screw myself, I guess. All right. What else are we talking about?
There's a
We're 20
question you're
minutes
supposed
in.
to ask.
What?
There's a question
Oh,
you're supposed to ask.
what's new
There
with
we go.
you? All right, man. Listen, you
Uh,
weren't here last week.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I fell off the face of the planet for 12 days straight, 11 days straight, something like that.
Oh.
So that was exciting. I got to spend some much needed time with friends and family. I checked social media like 3 or 4 times every couple days or so, and ever so briefly. I didn't even log into Facebook the entire time. So it was a good time. I managed to escape the worst of that brutal heat wave that hit Seattle area.
Dude, that fucking sucked. That was awful.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was like you know that meme with the Simpsons. I think I forget the character's name. He goes, "I'm in danger" on the back of the bus.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's how I think I felt a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's no way around being like not being dark about it. Like it's already been classified as a mass casualty event for the number of deaths directly related to heat sickness.
God, I think like 600 people went to hospitals. Like, and the average is 3 a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely off the charts. I was grateful my dad came to visit. So it was the first time seeing him in almost 3 years.
I thought you weren't going to talk about it.
Hmm?
You weren't going to talk about why you were gone.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't remember saying that, but that's possible. Anyways, it's too late now. No, he came out to visit, and we had already planned on staying somewhere that had central AC before we knew there was going to be a heat wave. So that was already lined up. It was just incredibly lucky. So we survived the worst of it sitting indoors and playing board games in a 68-degree air-conditioned room. It's great.
Bitch!
Yeah, we came back into Seattle the last of the 3 days, like at 10 p.m. And I was so thrown by everything was shut down. Everything had signs up saying that, sorry, we're like, we just road tripped and we wanted to eat food. Yeah, it was so. But anyways, so that happened. It was good to see him. And then I actually went to Santa Cruz for a few days.
You did?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, did I not tell you that part? I went to Santa Cruz.
Is that why you got in and out?
That's why I got in and out. Yeah, that was in.
I thought I dead ass thought you drove to Oregon.
No, that was the in and out location just outside of the San Jose airport. It was the first place we went getting off the plane and the last place we went on the way to the flight coming back.
I really just thought you drove to like Eugene, Oregon or wherever and got to in and out.
No. I was gone for like 5 days.
Huh.
Partly why I wasn't able to podcast right. I was just completely off the face of the planet. The people we were staying with literally didn't have Wi-Fi. I mean, I was unplugged. So it was good to see some good friends down there. I did end up with the nastiest sunburn I think I've had in my adult life, though.
Oh yeah, I got that in Port Townsend, I think, because I didn't get to talk about that either, going to Port Townsend, but you go.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I need to ask you about that. But to quickly finish the story, the bad thing that happened to me on Monday, we had Monday off for the 5th because of the July 4th weekend. And we didn't fly out till the late evening because we wanted to make the most of the day that we had. So we went to Capitola Beach, which is just south of Santa Cruz. So we got there, we stayed there for like 4 hours and had a great time as a family and friends time. And I applied sunscreen when we got there and forgot to reapply. And we were only there for like 4 hours with something about working on a sandcastle with like my face down, my entire back exposed the entire time. Yeah. I didn't it didn't show when we left the beach. And as we were like on the flight coming back, like it was starting to really kick in. I'm like, oh, my back feels hot. It's kind of painful. And so we got off the flight and I went to a bathroom and did the whole like check in the mirror thing. And I was like, oh, that's like maroon.
Yeah.
That's not even red. That's maroon.
Yours was worse than mine. I was on a boat for a couple of hours. I'd asked Rick to get my back before the boat, and he sprays. He's like, it's just. He's like, yeah, it's fine. And I think it all blew away. I don't think
Oh,
he got my back. To his credit, at one point during the boat ride, he's like, "Do you want to reapply?" I'm like, "Nah." And then I sit with
gotcha.
my yeah. So that was not my best moment.
How is James? How is
Great.
that beautiful, beautiful human?
He's wonderful. He was great. It was really fun to hang out with him. He showed me the guitar store, the synth museum that he's working on, some of the synths, some stuff I'm not allowed to talk about, but it was really cool. Stay in his place, open up a cabinet, see a spruce effects pedal that I'd sold to the guitar store a few years ago. It had my name on it still. It's like, it feels like home. Yeah, I got to hang out with him and his wife Heidi and their pets. Their kid, he has a cat named Mister that I liked a lot. What a great cat named Mister.
That's a great cat name. My
I
golly.
bought an old Nick Greer pedal. I haven't plugged it
Oh,
in yet
that's
because
you
I've
said.
been so
Yeah, I
busy.
saw the photo of that. That was
I'll be
cool.
doing
It's like some OG stuff right there.
I'll be doing like a show and tell kind of video with it. Yeah, so that was really fun. But my real what's new is I got this pedal from Demonic Machine. Demonic
Oh,
Machines. I I'm really impressed with the packaging. Like she really spent a lot of time on this packaging for the
yeah, yeah,
Dragonaut.
yeah.
His cute little stickers, little Satany boy with a flying V, and then the pedal itself has just so much like attention to detail and care with
Right, right,
the packaging. So I'm
and
really excited. I was hoping to demo this like yesterday, and then obviously my
well, let me
world
know if
fell
you
apart
need
a little
someone
bit.
to exercise it.
Exorcise.
I
We don't
I
do
know some
that.
personal trainers that might help get it back in shape.
My knee?
No, the pedal to
Mm-hmm.
play on exorcism and yeah,
I get it. Oh my gosh. I'm
cause of the devil and
ignoring
stuff.
you. I'm ignoring you, Andrew. I'm ignoring the jokes.
And I'm
I'm
just being a child about it.
It's
So
okay. We all have our moments. Yeah, and I also got the Ahul Fuzz. It's not within arm's reach, and I'm not getting up again. But our friend of the show, Joe Braga, did a couple really fun demos with the Ahul Fuzz
oh
on
yeah,
Instagram. So that's Joan of Heart on Instagram.
yep, strong recommend on that one. Good job, Joe.
It was very funny. I liked it.
It
The
it, it
effects.
brought several smiles on my face, not just because the humor and the quality, but just it's
Mm-hmm.
good to see friends do cool things.
Watching her slap Carlos, her partner's hand away, like just off the screen, like no treats for you.
So
That's really funny.
well, um, shall we hop into our topic? Am I missing
Yeah.
anything?
No. Do we have a topic?
Pre-NAMM brief. What do we know? What do we don't know?
Well,
And I guess
so
the easy low hanging fruit there is the Fender releases this week.
yeah, which is funny because they're actually not going to Summer NAMM. They're not going to be
Oh,
there.
what?
They weren't on. They're not on the list at least, so it might be a surprise. But no,
Huh.
but they did a couple artist signatures and things like that I found like moderately interesting. But like the Squire Paranormal series, which was just like a huge line last year, they're just
Mm-hmm.
re-releasing it mostly in new colors. Some of them are really, really attractive.
Yeah, I'm
They
trying
have
to
that.
find the color list.
There's a surf green Cabernita Telecaster baritone, which that's number one on my list. Number one easily. I think they have a pink offset telly, which was really cool. Pink supersonic with a tort guard, and a dark blue supersonic, which is really what I wish I had gotten. Like, wish I had released that last year because I think that's a much better color. And then they have this like chromy color for the Tornado that I thought was really handsome.
Not enough orange, but I can live with it.
No orange, no orange. Some anodized gold pick guards in the mix there. The 54 bass has one, and there was I think one other one had it maybe. Also a tobacco burst on the offset telly. Lots of good sunbursts actually, if you're a sunburst kind of person.
I've already got too many sunbursts. Let's see here.
Jazz
I've got my
Master and the
Telly, I've got the
Seagull.
Jazz Master, and I've got my acoustic as a sunburst. Which is
The
the
Jazz
acoustic.
Master burst, I think, is a lot nicer than the Telly burst. There's more contrast, I think.
I agree. No, my Telly burst is I had to choose between that and black when I was in high school, and I chose the sunburst.
I think I think you made the right choice.
I think so too, but I
Yeah.
might have preferred something else. But
I think black with an F hole. It's just not enough contrast.
yep,
I feel like
I
the F
agree.
hole should be a little dark spot in a good way, unless it's bound, which is hard to do. I think. Which is why I'm surprised the Starcaster Classic Vibe from Squire has uh its F hole is bound.
Mm.
I forget about that.
Well, I think for everyone who missed out on the paranormal stuff last year, I think this is a great chance to jump back on it. I think the one that I could think of off the top of my head that I heard a lot of people be like, "Oh, it's sold out and people are scalping them," is
Baritones.
the baritone. Yep,
Yeah. And it's in 2 colors this year, so hopefully they've adjusted their quantification thusly. I really wanted it last year. I think the only reason I didn't get one was because they only had the black color. So now that they have a couple more colors, I'm a lot more interested and probably
sure.
will just, as soon as that wait list is up on the Fender website, I'm signing up because they do that notify me when more are available thing. Or I know you could pre-order them right now on like Sweetwater. Use our affiliate link if you do want to do that. There's also a Reverb one, so you could get that affiliate link as well.
Not gonna lie, of like the colors that just look really nice. That shell pink supersonic is
I know.
very tempting.
Yeah. They did not miss on the colors for the Supersonic this year. Like I felt like they did last year a little bit. Actually, I don't
No,
remember the other color the Supersonic came in. It was the blue.
the blue. I remember the blue, and I can't remember what they did for the other one. With my luck, it's shell pink, and here I am complaining about it.
No, if it
Uh,
was shell pink, I probably would have. That's probably what I would have gotten. I don't think it was green.
well, I think it's neat to see the baritone pop up again, and it's putting me back in the should I pick one up or the other thing that because I've been wanting a baritone for a while. The other thing I've been considering is because the neck on my thin line telly is so warped, and I've been meaning to replace it for years. Is do I get a baritone conversion neck for that and call it good? I think last time I looked at the Fender site, they were out of stock on it, and so I passed because I was
Yeah.
thinking about adding it to an order. But
Yeah.
I don't know, that does look slick. But this has got the P90s in it too, so I don't know.
The only miss I don't I think I just don't like candy apple red because the Cyclone is in the candy apple red this year, and I don't like it as much. Like
I
the more I look at it, the less I dig it. I don't
I don't dislike candy apple red actually. I'm not
mm,
typically a huge fan of reds, and I think in terms of like the reds from the Fender family, Fiesta Red has a really
I,
strong place in my heart.
I like Fiesta red better.
But I think candy apple looks nice. I typically like associate candy apple red with Strat in my mind for some reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Cyclone's like Strat-ish.
Yeah. They're not really on the Fender website right now. The Paranormal Series, which I think is an interesting choice. They're sending them to dealers first, obviously,
Well, wouldn't it
but
be on the Squire side of things?
it's the same website, I think.
Yeah, it's the same website. I think I tried to look for that. They did this last year. I was like, wait, where did it go? And there's an option like select Squire or something like in a drop down. See if
Yeah, no, that's
I
what I
might
was
be
looking at.
might be misremembering that.
That's what I was looking at. I was looking at that.
But here we go. Shop Squire. Shop all Squire guitars. I guess they might not have them in the shop yet.
Well, no, they're not in the shop yet. No, that's what I'm saying. But I thought I looked before and at least saw product pages built out, but that's obviously not true. The CME website. So again, they have Daphne Blue on the Cyclone. They also have Candy Apple Red on the Cyclone. Um, So those are those colors. Supersonic seems to be in the shell pink with a tort guard. I think the tort's fine. And then that really nice blue sparkle. Oh, the Cyclone also comes in white with a tort guard. Offset Telecaster comes in the burst with the mint guard, which was a good choice. I believe it also. I'm sorry, it comes in pink with the mint guard, which I think is a good choice. Tort Tornado. I feel like there was a Tort Tornado last year. I don't know. I don't like that.
Oh, I found the paranormal stuff on the
Oh, you did?
2020. They've got a section for 2021 new releases. So they've got the
Nice.
Corey Wong Strat, paranormal, paranormal.
Nice.
J
But
Maskus
if you click
paranormal,
on can you
paranormal.
buy it? Can you even add yourself to a wait list if you click on them?
Oh wait, the Jag Sting comes in Fiesta Red. Look at that. Find in store or find online. So they're not selling direct from the Fender website. It looks like they've just
No.
got them listed.
The Baritone Cabronita Surf Green. This weird. What's weird to me is that the Baritone Cabronita in the 3-color Sunburst has a white guard and white hardware, and that's
That's
a weird look.
yeah.
But the Cabronita Thin Line Telecaster comes with an anodized gold pick guard and black pickup covers. So that's, I don't know which
On
one
the
I like
Sunburst, yeah.
more.
I don't like anodized pickguards in general. So
I
I
know
mean
you don't.
that for me, from a feel perspective, does it. But no. So
I think my least favorite is the I think the Burst Tornado doesn't look very good. I mean, it looks a little bit like your Jazzmaster back there, but not. But at the same time, you look at something like that. Looks that don't look right.
want to know what my least favorite one is?
Yes.
Of the releases, not just paranormal, because I'm going to step outside of that for a moment. I understand why they would release another round of this, but I
But it's so ugly.
can't get behind it. The Jag
It's so
Sting
ugly.
is objective, in my opinion, my objective opinion, uh, is the worst offset.
It's hideous,
It's
dude.
one of the ugliest guitars that Fender's put out, and I think the only reason why it's done so well is because of the Kurt Cobain
Kurt
name. There, I
Cobain.
said it. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, they play nice, but
It's hideous.
they feel so weird. I can't. They feel weird. They look weird. It's like
It
oh, we
ain't
got a
right.
regular guitar, and then we're gonna offset the waist, and oh, too far, and that's a Jag Sting.
It
So
ain't right.
yeah, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm-mm.
sure I'll catch flack for
Mm-mm.
that, but I stand
Mm.
by. I said what I said. I stand by it.
It's hideous. It's in 2 colors.
You know, I'd actually take the blue between the two. Um. So, anyways, I've got that out of my system, and I've got something else. I'm not sure if it's negative to say, but I guess more of a clarifying question that I might know the answer to already. But of the releases for the signature artists that they just did, they're all men.
Yeah, but they did a lot of women this year, and they
So
did some
I
non-binary folk too.
right no. So in terms of like with the amount that they've done, I don't think anyone tops that in the guitar section. Uh, my follow up question though is, I guess just checking in where we're at. I know pre-pandemic they had promised to release a certain number of artist signatures for
They didn't
women.
s- they didn't give a solid number. They
Okay,
just said more this year than in the entire history of Fender combined. So I think that putting out 2 would have reached that mark. I know Courtney Love got a signature something.
Squire
Squire
Vetus, I think.
Venus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Courtney had a signature Venus. I'm blanking on others. I don't know why I'm blanking on others.
Well, I mean, Avril Lavigne, I think, had a signature as
Avril
well.
might have had a signature
That
model,
sounds
yeah.
right, but I'm probably
But then this
that.
past year they did her, they did Billie Eilish Uke, they did the Chrissy Hind.
Yep,
Um I'm missing one. Tosh Sultana, but
yep.
Tosh is non-binary. So it's at least 4. I think that's it.
Well, just wanted to check in. I'm like,
They could do
Not
more.
necessarily a bad thing because I think they're still way ahead of the game on that.
Artist
Compared,
models are odd because I know that for my videos when I do them, they never get as much steam. Like people always express interest in them, but as far as demos go, they just never get as much steam as other
I
things.
don't know. I guess the her one felt that I thought that did really well. The her signature strat did really well.
For me, as far as
Yeah.
demos go, they're okay.
So,
H
um,
E.
anyway, so that's all the even remotely negative stuff. Everything else is absolutely positive for me. Um, this is making me wish I had like just cash on hand to burn. You just throw
You
away and
can't
grab.
even. I've gotten 2,000 something views on her signature, and my Chrissy Hind got less.
I mean, I guess in order to find it, like just by search, which is how you get some of those numbers get pumped up, is it's got to be it's a very specific search, I suppose.
Yeah, and her video's been out a lot longer. It has. Gosh, I wish
So
it wasn't. I wish the search on this wasn't so shitty, but it is. So I'm not going to even bother with it.
that's not the only Fender thing that got announced. And there's something
No,
else that got announced that I'm excited about.
the
And
Corey Wong signature with Seymour Duncan pickups.
oh no, I mean that looks
It's fine.
fine at all.
It looks fine.
It's a
It's
strat.
really fine. It probably sounds and plays great, but
Yeah, absolutely. I don't.
I think
Strat.
that yeah, struts. I don't know. I think it's just something special, like with the her, to get it exciting.
Corey Wong is a phenomenal player. So like by
It
just
is.
I'm looking at this like this looks like a great instrument that someone also really enjoys, just not for me, just
Mhm.
at first glance. But no, I'm thinking outside of guitars, amps. They added to the Tone
The
Master series.
super
Reverb.
super reverb. It is 36 pounds and it has 4 speakers in it.
Yep,
Jesus Christ.
and that's
The
still
Tone Master Super Reverb is the next addition to Fender's acclaimed series of legendary amplifiers. Let's see. Magical combination of the mid-60s black panel amp circuit and 4 10-inch speakers. I like 10-inch speakers. It's got the unique beefy sound of the large 4x10 cabinet, the chime of the Jensen speakers, and an easily driven mid-powered 45-watt simulated amplifier. You can lift it easily and set volume to the venue. It has
attenuator.
attenuator.
Yep.
Normal and vibrato channels, each with 2 inputs and bright switches. Rear panel output selector for full power and 5 settings on the attenuator. Balanced XLR line output with 2 options for your IR.
Yep.
Cab Sims miking. Level control ground switch. And USB port for firmware upgrades. Have you ever upgraded the firmware in your Tone Master?
No. I probably should.
And cover and 2 button foot switch included. It's only 12. I feel dumb saying this, perhaps. It's only $1,200.
Yeah, that's not bad. The vintage ones, depending on what year and condition, I've seen go from like as low as 600 or 700 for a really screaming deal, up to like upwards of 2,000.
I'll tell you what,
For
dude,
like
they're
a
not selling
65.
that. They're not selling that on the website either.
Super Reverb, my all-time favorite Fender amp.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
so that falls in the category of I love 12-inch speakers, and I always thought 12-inch speakers are better in every way, in the sense of just like how full the sound can get. And I remember when I worked at Guitar Center. I think I'd seen Super Reverbs before, but never bothered to plug into them because I was like a twin reverb, 212. That's the dreamy, big, giant, clean pedal platform amp. At least what I thought once upon a time. And someone brought in, it was like a 68 or a 69 silver face to sell.
Ooh.
And so I worked on the intake paperwork and had to test it. And it was one of those moments that I go plug in. All right, let's give it a go. And like Oh, oh, oh no! That just ruined me. Like I remember it was like late in the evening. I was kind of tired and like just immediately like completely shook me back into reality. I'm like, oh my god, this is insane. This sounds so good. It's something.
Nice.
There's something about the 4 10-inch speakers with whatever magic is happening with the phasing and the resonance. I can't describe it, but it just and
So
it's.
you're gonna get a big ass amp, is what you're saying.
I'm saying I would like to. I don't have room for it, and I've already got the Tone Master Deluxe Reverb, which sounds phenomenal as well.
Mm.
I have no reason or need to upgrade, but the
Mm.
fact that it's there, knowing that I could in the future, depending on uh, future financial and spatial situation adjustments.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they look really cool. I wish they were at Summer NAMM so I could try them out, but I
Well,
don't I don't think
maybe a dealer, in one of the local shops will have something. If you
maybe that the blue baritone Cabernita from the Paranormal Series. That's not even like that. That they don't even say find online on the website for that one. They just say it just says find in store. But I can pre-order it from CME, and I think I might.
CME's got a couple in terms of pre-orders. The pre-order for the Squire Base 6 and the shell pink with the torque
The
guard.
pink, yeah.
The amount of self-control it is taking me to not. I don't need it.
I wish I
But
had been able to get that one instead, but it was not in the cards, as they say.
well, I mean, the good news is if you change your mind later, I'm sure you can get it for 300% of retail. You just know someone bought like 3 of them on
Just
pre-order.
cracked my neck there. I hope that they're like putting the kibosh on that, but I kind of doubt it. It's too much money. I think someone used our Sweetwater code to buy something. That's neat.
Oh,
Friendly reminder, we have affiliate links for reverb.com and Sweetwater. It costs you $0 extra, and we do get a percentage of the sale. It's kind of a share a sale sort of situation. So if you really want to support Get Offset, that is a fine way to do it.
I recommend it. Encourage
July
it even.
3rd. July 3rd, somebody bought something for $800 with one of our codes. Thank you, whoever
Is
did
this
that.
the
That
part
was
where we
amazing.
feign that the reason why I'm not going to Summer NAMM is because none of people use their affiliate codes, or is that going too far? You could have met me in Nashville.
Yeah. No.
I think I'm going to make a point of going next year for Nashville because I still haven't ever been to Nashville ever. And I would
Yeah.
like to go, and I think that's just the perfect excuse to get out there for a 4 or 5 day weekend.
I would really like to go to Anaheim next year.
I have a lot of friends in the LA area. There's no shortage of reasons for why I'd want to go to the one in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I'm buying a guitar.
right now,
Yeah. Oops. Listen, I'm not like you said, if I don't like it, I can sell it for what I got paid for it. Probably.
300% of retail.
Do
Do you get the baritone?
Yeah, in the blue color.
Hell yeah.
And guess what I did?
What?
I used our affiliate link.
Oh, snap. Isn't that cheating?
No.
I'm pretty sure that's cheating.
Shh. Don't do me dirty.
You're the one who said it out loud.
Snitches get stitches.
And it sounds like your meniscus will be.
Shut the fuck up, dude. That's not nice.
I know.
Oh, that wasn't very nice. I'm hoping they usually heal on their own.
They do usually heal on their own, and if they
And
do have to do anything for it, they don't actually stitch it. They just, it's kind of like in a tear in paper or like a tear in a drum cymbal where instead of trying to repair it, they just cut a circle around it.
Yeah, so I can walk on it and my leg's not locked, so
I think
they are
you'll be
not
fine.
even
Just give it time.
recommending imaging. Yeah. If it doesn't
Yeah.
get better, I'm sure we'll have to do some imaging, but when I give it
Rest,
time.
ice, and a
Race.
good trip to Nashville.
Rest, ice, compression, and I forget what the E stands for.
Elevate.
Thank you. I have been putting my leg up on my desk a lot of the day. I got this really cool knee brace kind of thing from Rick. Yeah, so that's something that's exciting that happened this week that won't be at Summer NAMM, but CRE Guitars is Folding Guitars. They released something. I'm probably going to their pre-show party on Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, why not? They're the only
Party.
ones. They're the only ones who sent an email about it. I'm gonna hang out with Martin Guitars a bit. I don't think my
Saw
buddy
that.
Ramin will be there. Stop reading my emails. I'm
We
just kidding.
share the email.
It was also addressed to both of us.
I know that breaks my heart so much more. I'm like, oh, I'm getting FOMO.
Sorry.
I know.
Sorry. What else? Gibson's gonna be there. I'm sure I'll do a Gibson
Naturally.
thing.
Yep.
Naturally. Boutique
They're
Guitar
based out there.
Showcase, the Delicious Audio Stompbox exhibit. Native Audio is getting their own booth, which kind of surprises me.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that they're quickly approaching 12K followers the other day on Instagram
Nice.
too. So
yeah,
good
just
work.
not a lot of pedal companies getting their own booth. I also saw Red Panda and Walrus. I can't remember who else I saw, but yeah, just looking forward to seeing some good people. I know Stringjoy doesn't have a booth this year. I think a lot of people just weren't sure what was going to happen when it was time to like buy booth space. So, some people didn't.
Sure. And I imagine that brought the prices down on booths a little bit, maybe, to try and encourage, coax even certain sellers out.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the answer to that, so I'm just guessing.
I'm just going to guess based on nothing. I really want to see what somebody bought. Somebody bought, let me search Google, a D'Angelico Premier double cut champagne with stop bar tailpiece. It's like a 335 style guitar. It's
that champagne finish is actually super sleek.
It's really handsome. Oh, and that reminds me of a new Patreon supporter. Thank you, Aviv. Oh, and Holly and Aviv, I need to send you links for the Discord server. I may be out there right now. What else? Oh, manage benefits. There it is. So thank you. Andrew, do you know what that puts us? How close that puts us to your cover of a Wiggle song? Did you say like thrash metal?
No, I think metalcore is probably the
metalcore. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the answer to that's going to be close enough where I better start tracking drums. And
we are $10 away from reaching that goal, friends. $10. And that means if you're one of our $5 supporters, maybe you go to 10. Or maybe if you're a $1 supporter, you go to 5. And then make Andrew do work. I love it. Please make this happen sooner rather than later. I need it.
Yeah, I should probably spend some time this weekend getting in front of that.
Yeah.
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 And then to our patrons, please recommend a Wiggle song to help me narrow down from their surprisingly wide discography.
Surprisingly wide. I know nothing about the Wiggles. What's a Wiggle song? Like, tell me one Wiggle song.
Like Hot Potato, Hot Potato. Hot Potato, Hot Potato.
Oh, I do know that song.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, now that I'm thinking, I went through some of them the other day trying to figure out what I was going to do. And now I'm completely blanking on it.
Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato.
And now I'm thinking, I'm getting it in my head, I'm getting it mixed up with Blippi songs.
I don't know.
Which is a YouTube child performance personality. Yeah. Anyways, any input for the patrons specifically? Nobody else though. I don't care. Patrons, you've earned it. Absolutely. I know that sounds rude, but you've earned it. Tell me what you want to hear, and I will do what the people want. I say with fear and trepidation.
Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. Now we're gonna get the copyright strike. You missed my band. We were singing Daydream Believer, but about how someone who once interrupted one of our practices was a hater.
Oh
That's
no.
on her face. And she was not vibing. She was mad. You have to listen. It's pretty early in the episode, that story. But yeah. So at the $10 level of Patreon, you also get merch probably in the second month of your patronage. $5 level, you get access to our Discord server. And $1 level, you get a big thumbs up. 2 of them even.
3 of them even, if you count mine.
Yeah, but
not
Andrew's
4.
not gonna give you a 4th now.
No,
You gotta earn that 4th. You gotta
drink in my hand.
Is that all that's left?
No, this is the first glass.
Whoa, you got
this is the first
right
glass, and I've still got. I don't know if you can see how much is actually left in there, but there's 2/3 of the bottle.
Left in my glass.
No, I'm absolutely nursing.
That's like half a bottle of wine, dude.
Yeah, but I'm nursing it.
No, I know. That's why I'm like justifying you taking your time. As to not embarrass you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but NAMM, I'm looking forward to seeing Lance from Dogman Devices, finally meeting him in person. Finally meeting Working Class Music in person. Philip Carter, going to meet in person. Hopefully Philip picks me up from the airport.
If we can find a way to dial me in even for 5 minutes, I've got a waffle maker. I will make a waffle and sit down and eat with you guys, even in the virtual sense, if we figure out time.
We might have to get you on like FaceTime.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to do it at the Waffle House. I don't really know how to dial you in at the Awful House. Oh my God. The Awful House?
The Awful.
Awful Waffle!
You're too young. I think that's a slip. I think it's a slip. I think that betrays what you think about Waffle House.
I think Waffle House is excellent. I don't like big, thick Belgian waffles. I don't like them thick. Waffles. I like them Waffle House style. Thin with divided into quadrants. I like that. I gotta figure out what I'm getting because, like, when I lived there, I would get like hash browns. But since I can get hash browns anywhere, but can't get Waffle House waffles anywhere, I'm doing a waffle. I'm doing a chocolate chip waffle, 100%. But I gotta decide if I'm probably gonna decide a bacon. Ask for an extra crispy. I'm gonna ask for a hat.
I did get In-N-Out hats. Oh, do I?
Wait, have you been to Waffle House? Or because
no.
Tia thought that.
No.
Oh, see, Tia messaged me and she's like, I hope I'm not overselling Waffle House. Oh, Andrew's wearing his In-N-Out hat. So Tia said, I hope I'm not overselling Waffle House. I'm like, I've been to Waffle House. I lived in the South. I've been to the South. I live in Ohio. They have them where I'm from.
Diner food does sound really good right now, actually.
So I take it you're not going. So we're recording this on a Friday evening. I take it you're not going to the Thunder Road sale tomorrow?
No, I have other family plans tomorrow, so I won't be there. And even if I wanted to go, I just got back from vacation. That was my spending money.
I would go if it didn't entail driving to West Seattle. But apparently Trading Musician's having a little yard sale as well. So I'm probably going to go that instead.
Yeah, West Seattle's a hard sell, especially on weekends. I had a buddy who was going to stay in West Seattle, and then the bridge closed down as they were approaching the time to re-sign the lease.
For people who don't know, West Seattle's become very difficult to get to in the past year and a half because the bridge that made it convenient to get to West Seattle was closed down because there was the possibility of an imminent failure, which would have resulted in probably a mass casualty event. So while they did make the correct decision, they also never opened the lower bridge that existed to regular car traffic. It's only buses and freight. So if you want to go to West Seattle, you have to go all the way south, like to Boeing Field almost.
Yep.
And then go north. Like you have to go to where the transfers. You have to go to like you're going to the airport.
And it's
and then
all
you have
like
to go north.
Windy surface streets and whatnot.
It is, and it's confusing as hell. And the speed limit's like 35 miles an hour
at most.
At most, I'm playing a pickup gig on October 7th, and I went to a rehearsal for that gig, And I was glad that they didn't have it until like 7 p.m. because it took me an hour to get there. It only took me 30 minutes to get home, but it took me an hour to get there. So, but yeah, come see me play with the band Jerf. As I was leaving, the guy Jeff asked me like, "Why'd you agree to do this gig?" And I turned around, I'm like, "Cause the name is funny." Not wrong. The music's good too.
That's a good reason, honestly.
It's good music too. Yeah, I like it. Really fun. I'm playing bass actually, so that's really exciting.
Fun.
Yeah, and then Sunday Crush has some gigs lined up. A show at Connor Burn in late August just announced.
This is going to sound terrible, but there's a strong part of me that almost prefers playing bass over guitar for a gig.
It's fun.
I don't have to think about it as hard, which
you don't think it as hard. That's totally true.
And because I'm not a great bass player, I know great bass players take things a whole different level. But if I'm playing bass essentially as a backup role in the band, and even if there's some lines mixed in, like I can still keep up with it mentally. It allows me to like not think about what I'm doing as much and just enjoy it so much more.
Yeah. To me, it just because my skill level is probably this low. It's very much like a grid. Like everything feels a little bit more in place, and but I've been having a lot of fun. Honestly, it's like my fingers held up a lot better than I expected them to, and I really do think the songs are great. So probably got 2 more practices left for me for that before the gig, because I'm about to have family in town, so I forgot. So I'm gonna have to message them and be like, "Hey, I'll do 2 the week before the gig, but I have family in town. I can't really just give up a large amount of hours that my family wants with me."
For sure.
Plus, my aunt is staying with us. What? I did?
Yeah, you're out of focus now. Or at least it looks like it is on my end.
Did that fix it?
That's better. Yeah.
Well, autofocus on webcams, friends. I think that's probably a good place to wrap, though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, safe travels. Enjoy your time in Nashville, and
I'm gonna go to Arnold's. You don't know what that means?
No, I have no idea what that means.
For those who don't know.
Will you be back?
Oh yeah, I think that I don't know what is going to have to happen for the next. Joke. Oh, okay. Got you. I assume I'm going to have to like edit and like upload an episode from like my friend Michelle's couch, because I don't get back until Monday night at like 8:30. And
oh shoot, yeah. Well, if that doesn't work out, I could just record a solo episode. But yeah, I'd have to then edit it, and then send it to you and have you upload it from where you're at anyways.
You can upload to the YouTube because you have the password to the YouTube.
Yeah, I can do YouTube. I don't think I can do the rest of it though.
I could do that. What would you do? What would you do in your solo episode?
I don't know.
You have to do like Zoom, or I'd have to get you a Zencaster account.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of effort.
Oh, he just figured it out, friends. It's work to do this. Did you all know this is work? Did you all know that this doesn't happen automatically? Did you know that it takes hours of editing to make this podcast happen?
Sounds a little bit too much like work.
Neat.
No.
Cool.
Anyways, if it becomes necessary, seriously, though, let me know, and I can probably scramble something together that's decent.
Scramble, yes.
Scramble like an egg. And I can think of a couple people I'd be interested in reaching out to last minute if they aren't already at NAMM. Be like, hey, buddy.
Hey. If you set up in front of a camera, like your phone, and just get a decent like microphone situation, you can sync those pretty easily. It'd be easier to do in person. I think we'll figure it out. I think that by Thursday evening, I think I will know, because I really do want to do it with working class music, and since we're mostly staying together, I think that's pretty doable. Ow, sure. My knee hurt. I'm gonna go ice and elevate my knee.
Go ice and elevate your knee.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to do the thing?
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for understanding. Until next time,
My name is Andrew.
and my name is Emily. Goodbye.
Goodbye.